season is coming up.
Yes.
So, two questions. Number one, are we going to get a holiday Christmas song from you during the holidays? And two, what was your favorite Christmas gift growing up?
Okay. So I actually currently have I put out a Christmas song a couple years ago as a cover of the Christmas song.
Mhm.
And we'll just have to see if you're getting a Christmas song this year because it's
Okay.
all up to Santa and his list. If you've been naughty or nice, just got to leave it there.
Okay.
My favorite gift that I ever got growing up. Um, so many. There's two. You know what? I'm gonna say this one.
Okay.
My mom, I got older. Mom was like, "What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas?" I said, "Mom, I don't want anything for Christmas. Only in this life, the only thing I ever want is a recipe book with all of our Caribbean
Oh,
Guyanese
wow.
recipes." And so one year she did. She made it for me for Christmas and she gave it to me and it lives in my kitchen and I can go in there and make my shrimp curry or my banana bread or my oxtail or my cook up rice. I just need to get the ingredients because those are not easy things to find in LA. But that is probably one of my most cherished gifts. And then
Wow.
also after I had my daughter,
Mhm.
I remember my daughter, my mom, I had given my mom this book called My Mother's Story. And I'd gifted it to her a while ago, and it was for my mom to fill out, and she filled it out for me. And
Wow.
so in the Christmas that I had my daughter, she gave that to me. And those two gifts are probably the most special that I've ever received. Gifts from my mom, who she is as a woman, the legacy of our culture, our foods, things that are just so important to me. So those two definitely stand out at the top of my list.
It's so funny because I just took my Guyanese mother out shopping and we had to stop off and we had to get cow foot, cut it all up, chop, chop. She wanted to make soup this weekend. So everything you just said, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Cow heel soup. It's the time of the year. It's cold.
Yes.
We need some good soup. I know. I'm looking forward to my pepper pot at Christmas this
All
year.
right. You did. There you go. Okay. Hold on. Because I know some other places make a different. What color is your pepper pot?
Black. It might as well be black. It's dark, dark,
Yes. Thank
dark
you.
brown.
I've seen green and these other colors, and I'm just like, what is that? And they say it's pepper pot. I said, no, 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 it's not. Thank you for confirming that for me.
Listen, there's only one color of Kazrip, and Kazrip is dark like molasses. And if you know what
Yes.
Kazrip is, then if you're not making your pepper pot with Kazrip, you're not making pepper pot. Period.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
okay, so end of discussion. And listen, as Guyanese people on this call, we're just going to actually acknowledge that it's actually shrimp curry and not curry shrimp. And all the other islands can argue with their parents. Don't argue with me, okay? Because it is the protein, then the curry. It is the meat, then the curry, okay? Okay. And
Thank you.
Deborah Cox and I have argued over this, and I low key have to argue with her because I'm like, you're Guyanese. You actually can't be influenced by Jamaican people like this. This is crazy.
No.
But Guyanese people, we know it's shrimp curry, chicken curry, goat curry, egg curry, chana curry, vegetable curry. It is the dish. And that's
Thank
what I think
you.
about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Favorite
I
Christmas gift? Oh man. Well, the first thing that came to mind was well, I was such a huge hockey player, right? I played
yeah.
hockey my whole life, and we didn't have a lot growing up. My parents were absolutely amazing and did everything they could to make sure that we went through sports. So I would have hockey gear under the tree, and I would be absolutely stoked. And one year, my sister got me a hockey stick.
Oh.
And it was a hockey stick that I had one. There were wood sticks back then, right? But I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
super stoked to get this brand new Bauer wood stick with Lindros on it. And I said, the first goal that I score, I'm going to dedicate it to you. And she happened to be at the first game, and I scored, and I pointed up to her with my hockey stick, and so that was a pretty cool memory. So
I
yeah,
bet you she got a Canadian Tire. Had to.
good chance. Or Source for Sports. That's usually where I got a lot of my hockey gear. So.
What would you say was either your favorite, or you can say both? What was your favorite Christmas gift as a child, or your favorite Christmas holiday moment?
Wow. First thought, right thought. My Christmas favorite Christmas holiday moment was it's always been, and I miss it, is watching my mom bake her cakes and me
Oh,
actually selling them. So I would drive around. I mean, Arlene Dickinson would buy 8 cakes a year from my mom.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
all the kink crew. Like I was selling cakes, and my mom was like, you're Julie Black, right? I'm like, no, I'm your manager right now. Okay, we're gonna change this price point. Just lessen the rum because people are gonna be eating and driving. Stop it. And then at the end, my mom would fan out her money and I'll take a picture. I have to look for one of those pictures. She'd be like, making it rain. So that's definitely my favorite holiday moment. As far as a gift, the last gift I remember receiving from my late sister Sharon was a Sony Walkman, and it was white.
Wow.
It was a white Walkman.
Sorry to interrupt. Silver and yellow. Yes, I don't think I've ever seen a white Walkman in my life.
White. I wish I still had it to this day. I should have kept it. I was 12. She passed away when I was 12. So I had it for a little bit. And of course, technology changed. But I'll never forget it. I see it in my mind's eye. I remember actually ripping a piece of the wrapping paper. And I was like, oh, and I tried to tape it back. And she knew that I saw it. And so I wasn't allowed to open it on Christmas. She made me open it on Boxing Day.
What would you say was your either favorite holiday memory or as a child, your favorite Christmas gift?
Man, some of my greatest memories at Christmas happened around my granny's house. My granny had a wee council house just outside of Glasgow, and during the year there wasn't much going on during the year, but at Christmas for whatever reason, everybody kind of showed up, and as a young fella, just being able to be surrounded by all these different characters and watching people coming and watching people go on, and it was always jovial. I'll leave it at that. But there was lots of, it was always jovial, and so that's probably my favorite. My favorite memories as a whole was just that time, being a child, full of innocence, and the wonder of magic. That's probably my favorite memories. And then as far as my favorite gift, I had a few great ones. My dad worked away a lot, but I remember waking up and I heard this sound coming from downstairs, and it was my father, and he was in the guest room with a 2-stroke Yamaha motorcycle, and it was like a wee dirt bike, which was, I mean, this was next level, but there he was in the house revving up this dirt bike in the guest room, and my mother's gone crazy because of she's like, you're going to kill everybody, But I remember him being so excited and just so, I think, so proud that he was able to provide something like that. I think that was one of my favorite memories at Christmas.
What would you say growing up was either your favorite Christmas gift or your favorite holiday experience? Now, this is what I'm talking about. I don't mean you, Drew, as an adult. I mean Drew as 6-year-old Drew, 7-year-old Drew, 8-year-old Drew.
Okay, which isn't very different from 47-year-old Drew. You know what? I really, even to this day, I still get like a sense of really light feeling around Christmas. Like when we start putting up decorations and the lights, I still get that feeling that I got when I was 7 and 8 years old, where it's just this light, happy feeling. And as for my gifts, my favorite gift, I would probably go buy it now. It's my remote control silver Ferrari Testarossa. Bro, it was the sickest. I think I played with that forever. I would go buy that right now. Radio control cars is still my thing. So yeah.
Were you the kind of kid who, even though you kind of knew what you got and it was under the tree, did you like open it up, play with it when the parents weren't around, put it back?
No, you know what? I was scared to do that, but I would definitely like slowly peel a little piece of tape and like peek in and tape it back and look like I didn't touch it. But no, I was too afraid to even try. My parents were serious, like, don't touch the gifts, so I would just get my little peek.
And just curious, because I've never asked this question to anybody. What was the earliest you got up for Christmas morning to go and get that gift?
The earliest I got up was I didn't go to sleep. I was up all night. just waiting for like 12:01, to go and open my gift. So yeah, I was one of those kids.
I love it. Before we go, Danny, I'm going to ask you because we're in the holiday season. What has been your favorite holiday, either your favorite holiday moment or your favorite Christmas gift growing up?
Oh man. You know what? I'm a pretty simple person, but I've definitely got a lot of pictures of me receiving instruments as a kid. I got one of those really awesome, like a microphone and a microphone stand when I was like 8. I got an acoustic guitar, I think, when I was 10. But my favorite thing in stockings, I'm pretty simple. I love clementines.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I was
Yummy.
like always like, yeah, like fruit stuff. But yeah, and moments, honestly, like every year, my family gets together, even though my parents aren't together. And we all come together like we're a family once again, and it's just kind of fun. Like, I mean, there's a lot of drama, but it's also fun, you know?
That's what that drama
Yeah.
is fun. Carl, what's yours, man?
Oh my God, favorite Christmas gift?
Gift or
Wow.
holiday moment, either one.
Oh man. You know what? I always tell my family don't get me anything for the past
Mm.
like 15 years, 10 years.
Same.
But they I like simple things, man. I just want to be to be honest, just want to be close to my family if I can. There was one or 2 years in a row. That's when I did the what was it called? Not Corona World, the other one. Omicron
Oh.
Queen. When I did
Yeah,
Omicron
yeah.
Queen.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I was alone for Christmas for 2 years in a row because of the pandemic. I caught COVID
Oh.
and I had to leave my parents are seniors and I had to leave them. And it was the hardest Christmas. That's why Danny and I are writing a song right now called The Hardest Christmas. It's talking about what happened with me. And I think we're going to put it out in December for fun.
I was going to ask about that. And just so you both know, my favorite was 1972 G.I. Joe Talking Commander with the, you can pull the string and he talked and everything.
Dope.
I
That's so
still
cool.
wish I had that. That was my all-time favorite.
I love that.
Holiday moment. Actually, we do it's every year. It's the dinner and the breakfast. You know, the ackee and saltfish, and then the full-out dinner.
You just my mouth just started watering, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. With my family, with my wife, my son, and we go see extended family, and the music. I can't wait to put on, Jacob Miller's Christmas album. You know what I mean? Like that is it's a tradition. It's unwritten, and it's just what we I look forward to, every year. That is the present. That's the present. As long as we get that for each other, in my family, we have a great one, and I wish you the same. It's very easy to do. You just got to make sure you got a good hand and get in that kitchen, get it together.
So it's funny. Melanie, Fiona, and I we were talking, and we were talking about pepper pot, and for the holidays, and it's a great conversation that we had. If you could get a chance, check it out. But yeah, there are certain things that have to be done that just keeps that tradition going, and it truly is the favorite moments of Christmas and the holidays. My brother, we are in the holiday season.
Okay.
Gotta ask you, what would you say is either your favorite holiday moment or, which I love, your favorite Christmas gift growing up as a kid?
Favorite Christmas gift growing up as a kid? A boombox.
Really?
Yeah, my grandmother bought me one of those boom boxes, like, the Radio Akeem.
Yeah.
Because I was, obviously that movie came out, Do the Right Thing, and I was a youngster, and Radio Akeem was an iconic figure, and I wanted that boom box, and I got that boom box.
How were you able to walk around with that thing, man?
I didn't. It just stayed in my room, but I used to, back in the day, you'd listen to tapes, and then the other thing that you would do is, it used to be CFMY, I guess, in Toronto, because that was the station that seemed to play the newest stuff that I was aware of, and you just sit by the boombox with the cassette tape ready to hear your favorite song and press record and play at the same time.
I love that. Folks, as you know, the holiday season is coming up. So the question I love to ask, I'm going to start over on this side. What was your favorite gift growing up as a child?
Bicycle. Hey, I rode that thing everywhere. Jumping ramps, going through the woods. We don't have woods, but look, I rode it everywhere.
Do you remember what kind of bike it was? Like, because, I mean, I go back to, like I said, old school bikes, but...
BMX, I don't know what it was. I just know we was jumping ramps and doing all types of crazy stuff back in the day. That's all I remember. It's a long time ago, so.
Just curious. Yeah. Did you give it a name?
Give it a name? A bike? The bike. The bike. That was the bike.
The bike. Your favorite Christmas gift as a child growing up?
It was a stereo. And we didn't have a lot of money, so it was a used stereo, and I did not care because all I wanted to do was play all the music, all the records in the house, every cassette I could find, whatever it was. I was super excited to come out and see a stereo. I was like,
okay,
yes.
But here's the thing: you have to describe this because when I grew up, a stereo could have been just a big flip up where you just put the record on and then you closed it, kind of thing.
I got that with the speakers and everything, like the hookup. I got the hookup. I didn't get the receiver or nothing because that was the real stereo in the house. But I did get the record player with the speakers, and I was ecstatic. And I had a cassette thing. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, my double queen, you're gonna be last. I'm gonna just go by you here. So, favorite Christmas gift growing up?
Oh man, I couldn't think of one specific gift, guys. But you know what, for me, I think it was just spending time with family. I just remember always being around all this family and having so much fun and eating all this good food. And that was so great for me. I'm just like Christmas. I love Christmas. Like I love this time of year, and the holidays are everything.
Why does it sound like you saying that? It almost sounds like you're singing it. I mean, you're on tone there.
Because that's what I'm like, yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Like, we used to be like, oh, Camille's a big bowl of sunshine, and I'm like super like Mariah Carey-esque on Christmas season, and everybody else, and then we call my husband the Grinch, because he's like the Grinch. He's always all grouchy around the holidays.
I was going to say last but not least, next!
So I'm a 90s baby. I'm the young one out the group. Sorry, y'all. But
my favorite. Cut that out. What
see, I knew they was gonna say something. See, look, I knew they was gonna say something. But my favorite gift growing up had to be the Nintendo 64. I remember opening that thing up and I hit the roof. Like I started running around in circles for no reason. Like, oh my god, Nintendo! First game too, I think, was Super Smash Bros. And Mario 64, classic game. I still have them to this day too. My pops has them in the garage, so they're collector's items now. But definitely that moment on Christmas, I just remember like just being a little kid, you know, freaking out over his first video game. So here we are, 30 years later, and I still play video games. So thanks.
There you go. And my double queen, your favorite gift growing up as a child?
Okay, well, all of our gifts were shared. Okay, we kept one thing we all shared, which is great because the aunts would get together and the family would get together and buy something big. So I remember, well, two favorite ones. Very little, we got a beauty vanity. And all the little plastic lipsticks and everything in there. So
it was going
that
down.
was ours. We used that vanity for all of our meetings. And maybe the other one that I remember was we got a puppy. Yeah. So that puppy, he was crazy. But we loved that puppy.
What was his name?
Boozer.
Boozer.
My aunts named him.
I can only imagine why he got the name Boozer. Folks, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you again for this interview.